You think you know the story. You've seen the headlines, heard the rumors, maybe even picked a side. But what happens when the one piece of evidence that can't be argued with, a polygraph test, tells a completely different tale? This is the case of the Springfield arson. A massive warehouse fire, a multi-million-dollar insurance claim, and one primary suspect, the owner, David Miller. The police had motive. They had opportunity. The media painted him as a desperate man who torched his own failing business. The court of public opinion had already convicted him. But David Miller had one request. He wanted to take a polygraph, a lie detector test. His own lawyers advised against it. They said it was a gamble, that the machines are fallible, that the stress alone could make him look guilty. He insisted. So, there he sat, in a sterile room, wires attached to his chest and fingers. The examiner, a veteran with 20 years on the job, asked the baseline questions. Is your name David Miller? Is today Tuesday? Simple truths. Then came the hard ones. Did you intentionally set fire to your warehouse on the night of October 12th? David's voice was steady. No. The needles on the graph barely flickered. Calm. Consistent. The examiner pressed on. Did you arrange for anyone else to set that fire? Again, no. The physiological readings, heart rate, breathing, sweat, all remained within normal parameters for a stressful situation. There were no dramatic spikes, no telltale signs of deception. But here's where it gets interesting. The examiner, following protocol, asked a series of controlled questions about David's personal life, things designed to elicit a minor stress response. And he got one. When asked about a large, recent withdrawal from his business account, David's breathing hitched. The polygraph registered it clearly. This wasn't about the fire. This was about something else. Under further questioning, prompted by his own physiological reaction, David broke down. He confessed, not to arson, but to embezzlement. He'd been slowly siphoning funds from the company for months to cover his wife's massive medical debts. He was terrified of bankruptcy, of losing everything. The withdrawal was the final, desperate move. The polygraph didn't prove he didn't set the fire. But it exposed the real pressure he was under, a motive the police had completely missed. It shifted the entire investigation. With the embezzlement as a new lead, detectives uncovered evidence pointing to a rival business owner who knew about the company's financial instability and saw a chance to eliminate competition and frame David. The polygraph was the key. It didn't just measure lies, it measured stress, and that stress pointed to a hidden truth. David Miller was guilty, but of a crime no one was looking for. The real story wasn't about fire. It was about fear, debt, and a frame job that almost worked. Sometimes, the truth isn't the answer to the question you're asking. It's the answer to the question you haven't thought to ask yet.